Welcome to Superdude, the channel is SuperDavedev. We're watching and commentating and checking the data on the Formula 1 BWT Preis Von Österreich 2021. This is the race for Red Bull, the Red Bull race, Red Bull Ring race. So Red Bull Ring, so far the only thing that has happened is that Lando Norris and Sergio Perez, Red Bull driver, were battling very hard, and Sergio Perez ended up in the dust. He ended up being off the track, and he lost many places. He is now in 9th place. What I don't like to hear is that so Lando Norris, if you don't know this, is in 2nd place right now. He's leading Hamilton. Even though Lando Norris and Perez is under investigation, I doubt they will do much because I believe that was a racing incident. I also believe that Lando Norris might actually be giving up his place, which is 2nd to Lewis Hamilton, because it seems like his car can't manage his current pace, the wheels of his car. His team is basically complaining that he's not able to effectively maintain his pace, and maybe he should give up that position. Ricciardo is in 7th place, which is pretty cool, and it's because of Pierre Gasly's pit stop. Pierre Gasly just came to the pit stop. Hamilton, I want to see Lando Norris keep Hamilton behind him as long as he possibly can. I don't think that the team should worry too much about... It's very easy for me to say this because ultimately the team wants points, so they are racing to get points, not racing to destroy their car and not being able to complete the actual race. Charles Leclerc just let Perez pass him, and then immediately repassed Perez. So Charles Leclerc is definitely using some racing tactics to make Perez think that he's not going to pass him. Oh, actually, Charles Leclerc came from behind, was never actually passed by Perez. Oh, they're just showing a very quick. So basically, what happened was Charles Leclerc needed some braking room. So what he did was, as soon as he passed Perez, he moved to the left because there was a very sharp corner, and then as soon as Perez passed him, he repassed Perez. Very cool move. Very good. Like, that is exactly how you know if someone played you. When a racer has played you like a fool, that is what Charles Leclerc did to Perez. Perez is not even focusing on actually driving very well. He's just... Lando Norris, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm convinced Norris will not get a penalty. But you just don't know. Fastest lap, Max Verstappen, 1 minute 9.7. So... 1 minute 9 seconds, 0.7 tenths. Fastest lap so far. So Max Verstappen is 7 seconds actually right now. 7 seconds in front of Lando Norris. Lando Norris is leading Hamilton, which is in 3rd. So Lando Norris 2nd, Verstappen in 1st, Hamilton 3rd, Bottas in 4th. Bottas is doing pretty badly because he can't even keep up with Lewis Hamilton. You've got Vettel. Vettel is in 5th place. He did get a penalty yesterday for basically obstructing the lap time, the qualifying lap time of Alonso. Ricciardo is in 6th, which is very good. Ricciardo has come all the way up from his position. I believe he was 10th or 12th. I think he might have been 12th, but for some reason I think it was 10th position, Ricciardo. And then 7th, Leclerc is in 7th position. Max Verstappen fastest lap, still 1 minute 9 seconds dead. That is really fast. That's really good laps, man. And then Then we go with Perez is in 8th. Carlos Sainz is in 9th. Russell is in 10th. Russell for Williams. Remember, Williams is one of the worst teams in Formula 1 right now when it comes to performance. Raikkonen is in Alfa Romeo. He's in 11th. Alonso is 12th. I'm pretty sure Alonso will probably pass Raikkonen at some point. I'm not doubting that Raikkonen's got the potential to keep Alonso behind there, but I'm just saying. Nicholas Latifi 13th, Giovinazzi in 14th, Mick Schumacher in 15th, Gasly in 16th. Why is Gasly so far behind? Mazepin in 17th, Yuki Tsunoda in 18th. So both of the Red Bull AlphaTauri is behind both of the Haas drive. Okay, Yuki Tsunoda just passed Mazepin, and Lance Stroll is in 19th, last position. I believe Lance Stroll had an accident. His car was damaged. I'm pretty sure that he's out of the race. But why are they showing him on the... They're just showing him probably because he's still a part of the race, even though he's not racing per se. You have... In comes Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel, of course, was in 9th position. Or should I say 7th position. Now he's coming in. He's most likely going to end up well below 15th position. It's actually going to be 17th position. Okay, so Sebastian Vettel comes out around 17th position. If you notice some issues with me, with my live stream, I'm just having some internet issues. I did mention it yesterday when I uploaded my video. However, I thought I corrected it. I thought it was sorted out, so I'm kind of surprised. It's actually pretty severe. Pretty severe indeed. Lando Norris saying his rear tires has loose traction. They're saying that Lewis Hamilton might do the undercut, which means that he might come in for the pits quickly or sooner than expected. It seems very cloudy, I'm not gonna lie. It seems like the race is very cloudy. Seems very cloudy indeed. The funny thing is the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton does not have enough power to pass the Mercedes in front, which is also a McLaren. McLaren is actually using a Mercedes engine. Why can't Mercedes pass? Lando Norris got a 5-second time penalty, dude. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, dude. The fact that the stewards, the Formula 1 stewards, decided to penalize Lando Norris is ridiculous. I think that... I just don't understand. So Perez tries to pass McLaren on the outside, which is always a bad thing to do. You only do it when you really are willing to take that risk. Now, he took the risk and he failed. Perez literally failed. He took a risk that he knew could actually hurt him. He took that risk and it failed. Like he had a massive you know, he went off the track. He lost a lot of time. I'm sorry to say this, man, but this Formula 1 stewards are complete idiots. Not always, but for this race, because first of all, he didn't push Perez off. Perez decided to be in the worst possible position. He took the risk. He took the gamble, and guess what? His gamble didn't pay off. So what are these guys doing? What are they doing, dude? That is Perez. Perez is absolutely 1,000,000% to blame for his own risk. He took the risk and he failed. His risk didn't, like, it is like trying to go to a casino, putting $1,000 down on a specific bet and then losing. He lost. He took a chance. You can't pass someone on the outside and expect that you're just gonna. I think that's unfair, very unfair, man. Like, I don't dislike Perez, but I feel like the stewards, I do dislike the stewards for that decision. Perez is now about to catch up to Yuki Tsunoda. Got a 5-second penalty as well for crossing the line at entry. So he was crossing the line at pit entry. If they could just show properly what happened. Yeah, that is not fair. I just did. They are showing the onboard shots, and they're showing where Lewis Hamilton was following them, and they're showing that it was at a corner that most likely Lando Norris was pushing as hard as possible. So of course his car will take the corner. You know, he's definitely gonna have to go wide when you're taking a corner. You know, pushing the car. And that is not fair to penalize him. It's just not fair. It's actually freaking ridiculous, man. Like, it is actually ridiculous. So now Perez is now trying to catch up to Leclerc and pass him. He's about a second behind Leclerc. Ricciardo's in 5th place. Nice job, Ricciardo. Nice job. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Ricciardo has been getting so much. He's been bullied. He's been bullied because of the performance of Norris. So because Lando Norris is doing so well this race, especially last race, Ricciardo is getting so much bad comments towards him. And now he's 5th place. Lando Norris is in 3rd place. So Leclerc is in 6th, Perez in 7th, Carlos Sainz in 8th. I wonder what's happened to Carlos Sainz. I just think it's unfair. Like, the whole penalty with Lando Norris is ridiculous. That is literally a race incident. Perez took the chance of staying on the outside around a corner, man. So Verstappen is just saying that his tires are slowly but surely, losing traction. But he sounds very comfortable. He sounds like he's not really that concerned. He's 10 seconds in front of Hamilton. Hamilton is in 2nd place, 10 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris is in 3rd place, Bottas 4th, Ricciardo 5th, Leclerc is in 6th, Perez is in 7th. Carlos Sainz in 8th. George Russell is in 9th for Williams. Nice. Raikkonen is in 10th. Alonso 11th. Nicholas Latifi 12th. Gasly in 13th. Giovinazzi 14th. Yuki Tsunoda 15th. Vettel in 16th. Stroll in 17th. Mick Schumacher 18th. Mazepin 19th. Yeah, so they basically played back what Lando Norris was saying, and it's absolutely true, man. What was Perez thinking, trying to go out on the outside of Lando Norris in a corner? Like, I don't understand the Formula One. Like, what did the officials think when they decided to give him that penalty? Did they think that going on the outside, that wasn't a gamble, and the gamble that didn't pay off, and now you have to penalize the person that didn't take the gamble? Are you crazy? It's just dumb, man. So the pit lane is open. I'm not sure why that is highlighted on screen, but the pit lane is open for the people trying to come in for mediums. I just don't understand, man. I'm so confused now. Hamilton is still 10 seconds, actually almost 11 seconds behind Verstappen. I don't think Verstappen and, oh yep, there we go, it's 11 seconds. So Verstappen is definitely building a lead, slowly but surely over Hamilton, which is good. Lando Norris in third place, 3 seconds behind Hamilton. Lando Norris is like, it's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, man. I feel like tweeting and telling these Formula One, tweeting at F1 themselves and saying how dumb it is that their officials can't even. It's more like the Formula One International Automotive Governing Body that did that, but still, man, like seriously, it's so stupid. You penalize a racing driver because another racing driver wanted to go on the outside, which is obviously the worst possible decision to make, and now you penalize the guy that didn't take the risk. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, I'm really unhappy with that, because it just shows me that someone is not doing their job properly, man. Bottas 1 second behind Norris, so Bottas might actually pass Norris. After, like, what is Norris in this race? So they are just playing back that Verstappen is just giving more information, relaying more information back to the team, to the Red Bull wall. Just trying to manage his tires, trying to make sure that they keep in front of Hamilton. It's laps 30 from 71, so we are slowly but surely reaching the middle of the race, which is pretty fast, I must say. I just don't understand why they would penalize. Why would you penalize Norris for that? I don't understand why you would penalize Lando Norris for that, dude. I don't get it. I don't know, man. Like, Perez, seriously, bro, you shouldn't have done that. And the fact that Lando Norris is getting that penalty is ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't even understand why that was even a consideration. Daniel Ricciardo goes into the pits. The McLaren of Daniel Ricciardo goes into the pits, which is good because now we know that Lando Norris was performing better than Ricciardo because Ricciardo is pitting first. .3 seconds pit stop for Ricciardo. Ricciardo most likely will join. Is he 9th? Is Ricciardo joining in 9th? Ricciardo is joining in 12th behind Gasly. I don't know, man. that whole situation with Ricardo has pissed me off, man. I mean, with Lando Norris. He did the 5 second inside the pits. They did the 5 second, and Bottas is now in front of Norris. Dude, like, I can't imagine they penalize Lando Norris, dude. I can't imagine it. I think on one side they're doing it specifically to force Lando Norris not to do those things. Not that he did those things on purpose, but just in case, for whatever reason, just to make sure that he doesn't ever consider that an option of pushing someone off the road, you know, which I think is complete ridiculousness, dude. Who is this? This is Hamilton, came into the pits. Hamilton, 2.2 seconds. Hamilton, Verstappen is still out in front. Verstappen hasn't even pitted yet, dude. Verstappen has not even pitted yet. So clearly, we can say that Verstappen is completely in control of this race. Completely and utterly in control. Lewis Hamilton is on hard tire. I would be surprised if Red Bull does not attempt to get the fastest lap of the race. Okay, so Max Verstappen came into the pits as soon as Hamilton pitted. Max Verstappen, which is still a good strategy because you are making sure that for whatever reason you do not put yourself in that position where if a safety car comes out, that you are now, that your lead is completely destroyed by a safety car. So it makes complete sense why they pushed Verstappen to pit as soon as Hamilton pitted. I would have kept him out. I would have kept him out for at least 7 more minutes, for 7 more laps. But that is just me. Like, the things could have gone very wrong, to be honest. Perez is now also in the pit lane. Yeah, so they were saying that Lewis Hamilton's team told him that they were going to the end with the hard tires, and that is when they told Verstappen that he's also going to go to the end with his hard tires. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but trust me when I say this. Mercedes knows what people are listening to and what information they give out. So the chance that Mercedes is still playing games with them, just giving them false information and them acting on that false information is very, very high. Around the outside, Yuki Tsunoda. Fastest lap for who? Someone just went fastest lap. It's 3.1 seconds pit stop for Perez. Fastest lap for Valtteri Bottas, 1 minute 8 seconds, .689. Pretty good. Hamilton is 13 seconds behind Verstappen in the race. Bottas 18 seconds behind Hamilton. Norris 21 seconds. I do apologize if you're watching the stream and you're thinking, what is he saying? I can't hear. The stream is cracking up. The stream is lagging. There's buffering. There's frame drops. I do apologize. I'm having some internet service provider issues. I actually thought I wouldn't have it today because I made a specific change. So now I'm wondering why I have this issue. Still have the issue, should I say. So Leclerc just went to the pits, came out. They said it was slow, but it's still 2.3 seconds. 2.3 seconds, I think is fine. I do apologize for the fact that my stream is lagging, my stream is dropping frames. Unfortunately, I thought I did what I needed to do, but it seems that's not the case. So Ricardo is now in 8th position, Gasly is in 7th, Raikkonen is in 6th, Sainz is in... Okay, so I believe Raikkonen hasn't pitted yet, so Raikkonen's position 6 will not be there for much longer. Carlos Sainz, I believe, also haven't pitted yet, he's in 5th, Lando Norris is in 4th. I'm just like, it just frustrates me so much, man. First of all, my internet is not working the way it should. And second of all, I see Lando Norris completely racing his race, and then because the idiot, the Perez, which I probably shouldn't say that he's an idiot, he's just taking a chance, and his chance didn't pay off. His chance actually punished himself for taking that chance, and then they punish the Lando Norris. I think it's not fair, but I do agree that you should always make sure that if a driver is in that position and there is a chance that that driver pushed off another driver, that they should make sure that that person realizes that he should never ever think that that is acceptable. Unfortunately, I just don't think that Lando Norris in this specific race should have deserved that. Could you imagine if Lando Norris is going to finish the 3rd place in this race, and now they've completely destroyed that opportunity? Like, imagine him qualifying in 2nd, almost 1st place, and this is what the Formula 1 governing body is doing to him. Like, George Russell on Lance Stroll. So George Russell just passed Lance Stroll. George Russell passed Lance Stroll. So that is basically a Williams passing and Aston Martin, which is pretty sad for the Aston Martin. Raikkonen went into the pits, so now everybody's moving up. So you've got Charles Leclerc moving into 9th, Perez moving into 8th, Ricciardo moving into 7th, Gasly moving into 6th. Carlos Sainz will definitely be the next one to pit. So after Carlos Sainz pit, then Gasly will be in 5th, Ricciardo will be in 6th, Perez will be in 7th. When ultimately Carlos Sainz decides to pit. Leclerc is down in 9th. Dude, my internet is like going up and down like a Bitcoin chart, dude. My bitrate is going up and down like a Bitcoin chart in the past 7 months. There's just no consistency with my bitrate right now, and I don't know what to do about it. I can't do much when I'm streaming, so I'm just gonna stream it. I do apologize for anybody watching thinking that, you know, what am I watching? I can't actually understand what's going on because the thing is lagging, it's skipping frames, it's going crazy. This guy talks so weird. He's like medium. When he says medium, he says medium. Medium. So weird, dude. So Leclerc is wait, that is. So Leclerc is pushing Perez. Interesting. Leclerc is pushing the Red Bull of Perez. I think Leclerc is gonna pass Perez, dude. Leclerc is like literally forcing, stressing out Perez, and let's face it, Perez is not the best driver today. So the thing with Perez is Perez has got a more powerful car, so Perez is just gonna stay away from him on the straights, but at the corners. At the corners, you might see Leclerc actually. Okay, I think Leclerc might pass him in this next corner. He didn't cut that corner properly, so I think this is where Leclerc is going to pass him. Might not be this lap, but this is what I think is going to happen, if it is going to happen. Leclerc is on the outside. Leclerc is on the outside. He did the same thing. He did the same thing to Leclerc. Perez did the same thing to Leclerc. He stuck on his line and then pushed Leclerc. Okay. If Perez does not get a penalty for this, then I'm sorry. The penalty for Lando Norris is completely unfair, man. Because he literally went into Leclerc. He literally drove into Leclerc. He didn't back off. And actually, if you look at it, Leclerc was ahead of him when he went towards Leclerc. With Lando Norris was in front. You could barely see, Perez from Lando Norris's cockpit. I'm sorry, man. If Perez does not get a penalty for that, I'm sorry. If Perez does not get a penalty for that, then this is not fair, man. Perez literally hit Leclerc's car. You could see it wasn't like he was trying to not hit him. He literally went for it. And the difference is that Leclerc actually was kind of in front. Leclerc's nose was in front of Perez's car at some point. Bottas is now catching up to Hamilton. They're showing that Bottas is catching up to Hamilton, which is not really... We all know that Bottas team orders, even if Bottas passes Hamilton, trust me, Bottas is doing it. Okay, let me rephrase that. Bottas will not be able to pass Hamilton because team orders will stop him from doing it. Because Hamilton is doing a championship, driver's championship. He's racing, he's hunting down a world championship, trying to defend his world championship. So, unfortunately, driver's world championship, I mean. So, unfortunately, penalty to Sergio Perez. There we go. See, if they do that consistency, then absolutely fine. That is consistency, and I agree with that. That is the only thing that I can absolutely commend and actually, give the FIA and the Formula 1 governing body some props, some brownie points. At least they are consistent. At that corner, If someone pushes someone, the guy that was in front gets the penalty. Was in front. But I do believe that Leclerc was, at some point, Leclerc's front nose of his car was in front of Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez is doing so badly this race. I wonder why. It is as if Perez just doesn't... It's like he forgot how to drive, man. Sad, man. Yeah, so it seems like the next race will be Silverstone and there might be drivers meeting. I've lost a lot of the rear, I can't go much faster. I believe that's a Mercedes, might be Hamilton or Bottas saying that they're losing grip at the rear tires. Current lap age, Verstappen's tires are 12 laps, Hamilton's 13, Bottas is 14, Lando Norris is 14, Carlos Sainz is 43 laps. Carlos Sainz needs to pit, bro. Gasly's laps is 30 laps, old tires. Ricciardo 14 laps. Perez 11. They said that there's a problem with Lewis Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo trying to pass Pierre Gasly. Dude, like, I don't agree with the penalty on Lando Norris. I don't agree with that, man. I do agree with the penalty on Perez because, first of all, Perez literally hit Leclerc. Like, literally, Leclerc's car was ahead. They showed the onboard. Leclerc's car was ahead of Perez, and Perez still hit Leclerc instead of backing off. I feel that Perez today is driving so badly that he caused Lando Norris to get a penalty. I feel Perez driving is so bad today, it caused Lando Norris to get a penalty, and then ultimately him getting a penalty himself just to prove how bad he's driving. Leclerc is trying to do the same thing again. Of course, he's not going to want to be in that position. He's trying to take him on the inside after that corner that they had the previous incident. It seems that Leclerc is literally forcing Perez has no consideration. Perez is the problem. Perez is a problem driver this race. Perez is actually the problem in this race. Perez has caused single-handedly that Lando Norris got a penalty for his own actions. So Perez is doing a very bad job, dude. Like, I don't know what is wrong with Perez. Like, I was like kind of supporting Perez just because it was a second driver for Red Bull, but now I don't know, man. Perez is doing so bad, man. Bottas has been told not to overtake Hamilton. It is like I said, I already said this, is that Bottas will not be allowed by team orders to pass Lewis Hamilton. I've already said that, man. It's hilarious. It is so funny. So they're doing an incident. They're checking. They are investigating the cars of Perez and Leclerc, of course. I think what Red Bull needs to do is step in and say, Charles Leclerc, dude, they are showing Lewis Hamilton going off the track basically at the first turn. Basically his car went bouncing off of the track basically. I don't think I'll be able to make this tire last. So he says that he won't be able to make his tires last. Carlos Sainz finally coming in to the pit lane. Carlos, I think he did do a good job to stay so far ahead, but unfortunately I don't think he's going to end. His final position is not going to be that great. So, black and white flag for car 9, Mazepin, for exceeding track limits. Carlos Sainz just passed Gasly. Carlos Sainz just passed Yuki Tsunoda. Come on, Tsunoda, go past him back again, man. The Honda engine is very good on this track, so I don't see why Yuki Tsunoda would even put himself in a position to be passed by a Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton is finally showing that if his car isn't giving him the win, that he can't do it himself. The only reason why I'm saying that is yes, Lewis Hamilton is a good driver. Yes, he's a world champion. I do agree with that. I do agree Lewis Hamilton has so much driving skill that most of the drivers still don't have it, even though he's much older than most of the drivers on the track. Lando Norris is catching up to Bottas and Hamilton. That is what's happening. That is why they don't want Bottas to pass Hamilton. That is why that was emphasized. But the problem is that Norris is catching up. So there's a massive dilemma. How do they control this? Because Hamilton, they're telling Bottas not to pass Hamilton because of his driver's championship. But it's still going to be a problem. Basically, what Norris is doing is saying, give me back my position. That is what Norris is doing. Norris is saying, I don't care about that penalty, what happened. Now, I want my position. I want my rightful position back, which is at least third. Fastest lap for Max Verstappen, 1 minute, 8 seconds, point. Invert the cars. What do they mean with invert? Time penalty for Sergio Perez. Another 5-second penalty for Sergio Perez. The problem is Lando Norris was not the problem. Sergio Perez has been the problem this whole race. Sergio Perez has been the problem this whole race. That is just a fact. They should never have given Norris that penalty. Perez is the problem. I don't know what is wrong with Perez. If he can't perform, back off. Like, don't destroy people's races because you can't manage your own race. That is what I feel like with Perez in this race specifically. Fastest lap for Sebastian Vettel got the fastest lap 1 minute 8.4, and then Valtteri Bottas got the fastest lap 1 minute 8.3. Bottas passed Hamilton. Lando Norris is just behind Lando Norris. I mean, Lando Norris is just behind Hamilton. I tried to say Hamilton is so Lando Norris realized he couldn't go around the outside. Lando Norris passed Lewis Hamilton, dude. Lando Norris passing Lewis Hamilton. Lando Norris passing Lewis Hamilton, bro. Fair and square. A legitimate race. Ridiculous. Can you believe the amount of skill this driver has, man? They're pitting Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's race is screwed, dude. Penalty for who now? Lance Stroll has got a penalty. Lance Stroll has got a penalty for what? 5 seconds time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So Lance Stroll got a speeding in pit lane. Oops. Who is behind Lewis Hamilton right now? Who is behind Lewis Hamilton? Oh, that's a Haas. Okay, fine. Lando Norris passed Lewis Hamilton so easily. It's actually insane. Dude. If Lando Norris passes Bottas, then damn, he has to be driver of the day. He has to be. Actually, he's driver of the day already, because first of all, he passed Lewis Hamilton. Crazy, dude. Yuki Tsunoda under investigation for crossing the pit lane at pit entry. Again, the second time he did that. The first time he got a penalty, now he's getting it's the second investigation for the second consecutive time of the same exact thing he got the penalty for the first time. Fastest lap, Pierre Gasly, 1 minute 8.1. Pierre Gasly is fastest lap, that's nice. Carlos Sainz is in 8th place, dude. That's awesome. So their long stint actually worked out more or less. I think Leclerc needs to get past Ricciardo as quickly as possible. So what exactly happened to Perez, dude? Oh, Perez passed Ricciardo. We didn't even see him pass Ricciardo. Dude, I just don't understand. I don't understand. The problem is Lewis Hamilton fastest lap 1 minute 8.126. Fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton. I just don't think Lewis Hamilton can do much now, dude. Penalty for Yuki Tsunoda, unfortunately. Max Verstappen fastest lap, dude. 1 minute 8 seconds dead. His tires are 24 laps older. Hamilton's not doing that well, dude. Like, that is just a fact. Even with these new tires. Fastest lap for Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz fastest lap. Oop. And immediately fastest lap for Verstappen. 1 minute 7.9. 1 minute 7 seconds, 0.9. Ferrari Leclerc is on the back of Ricciardo. The Ferrari of Leclerc is at the back of Ricciardo. So Leclerc is trying to pass Ricciardo. Really interesting stuff because you just don't know how he's going to do it. He lost time. He lost time. Where did he lose time? Fastest lap again for Max Verstappen, 1 minute 7.8. Hamilton cannot match what Bottas is doing, and Hamilton just pitted for brand new tires. So I'm sorry to say this, but Hamilton, there's no chance. I want to know, can Norris pass Bottas? Can Norris pass Bottas? I think when it comes to driver's skill, Norris is better than Bottas. However, I don't know. I don't know if Bottas... Bottas's car is able... Because when you look at how Lewis Hamilton is suffering, you just don't know. You don't know if Bottas's car is going to fall off, lose so much grip that his car won't be able to do much. Leclerc is now slowly but surely catching up to Ricciardo again, trying to go for his second attempt at passing Ricciardo. He just passed the pit straight and then went right at the first corner. Second corner, let's see if he's close enough at the second corner to do something. Second corner, he is very close. Second corner, Leclerc is very close to Ricciardo. They're showing Carlos Sainz is only 3 seconds behind Leclerc. Carlos Sainz is 3 seconds behind Leclerc, and I believe Carlos Sainz will catch up to Leclerc if Leclerc does not pass or get past Ricciardo. Max Verstappen leader. So they are letting Max Verstappen pit again. They want Max Verstappen to pit again. Why? Because they want him to get the fastest lap of the race, for sure. 100%. Black and white flag for Raikkonen and track limits. Brand new tires. So basically this race is like Bottas is just behind Verstappen, but because Verstappen has got brand new tires, I think that they did this for one reason only. They want Verstappen to put the fastest lap of the race. Alonso is getting past Russell. Alonso is passing Russell. Oh my goodness. So Fernando Alonso is trying to get past Russell, but they are doing some really good racing, dude. Really good racing from Fernando Alonso. Who is this? This is Fernando Alonso. Oh, this is Fernando Alonso. Okay, it looked like Austin Martin actually. I thought it was Vettel. Oh my god, he went wide at turn 1. He went wide at turn 1. So Fernando Alonso might actually pass Russell very soon. And Leclerc is now trying to get past Ricciardo. Many things, multiple battles happening all at once. So Leclerc trying to get past Ricciardo, and then Alonso trying to get past Russell. I do feel bad for Russell because Russell did such a good job with the slow car. They're telling Max Verstappen to put on the fastest lap of the race. I believe they're telling him he's got, because they ultimately don't want him to abuse his tires too much. Fastest lap in 2, dude. Alonso had to back off because Verstappen was behind him. They had to give him blue flags. Now Red Bull is going to pass Russell. I just hope Russell just realizes it's Verstappen, not Alonso. So what Fernando can do now is follow Verstappen. Just follow Verstappen, stay in his slipstream, and then ultimately he'll be very close, if not in a better position than he was before, trying to get past George Russell. Max Verstappen. Fernando Alonso back trying to get past George Russell. I think Fernando Alonso is going to pass George Russell. I'm almost sure of it, dude. There's no way that Alonso is not going to do this, dude. Leclerc is going to get past Ricciardo, and then Alonso is going to eventually pass Russell. Russell has got a much slower car, so comparing McLaren's Ricciardo, okay, I think Ricciardo is not as fast as Lando Norris, so you can't necessarily compare the pace of Ricciardo with Norris's pace. So, but still, you should have a decent enough car to keep him stay in front of Leclerc, but you just don't know. Yes, I do realize my internet connection is pretty bad. I don't know what's happening. Yesterday I tried to solve it after I realized there's an issue, and it's still the same issue. So I might have to contact the ISP and solve this issue, because this is ridiculous, to be honest. Cuts on the rear right tire of the Red Bull. Cuts on the rear right tire of the Red Bull. So the team is concerned for Verstappen pushing too hard. Fernando Alonso trying to get past George Russell. Damn, that is racing. That is racing, dude. Carlos Sainz just passed Leclerc so easily, dude. So easily. But it's because of the tires. The tires of Charles Leclerc is older than the tires of Carlos Sainz. So the team decided to let Carlos Sainz pass. The team decided to let Carlos Sainz pass. Why am I stuttering? I do stutter from time to time, so do keep that in mind. I do stutter from time to time. So, dude, Fernando Alonso is gonna pass him, bro. Fernando Alonso is gonna pass this guy for sure. George Russell will not stay in front of Fernando Alonso unless if the tires become too bad for Fernando Alonso to do much. Hamilton is nowhere near trying to attack Lando Norris because he went into the pits, so he's pretty far behind. Perez doesn't seem like he's going to do much, which is sad, to be honest. I'm starting to realize that they gave Perez a 5-second penalty. He is easily making up that amount of time. He's easily going to keep ahead of Leclerc, which is sad to see. Fernando Alonso is so close, dude. Carlos Sainz is chasing Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see if Daniel Ricciardo can keep Carlos Sainz behind. So basically, the Leclerc said that he's unable to pass Ricciardo, and then the team said, okay, fine, and let Sainz pass you, and then let Sainz try and get past Ricciardo. He's a lot closer to pass George Russell, and he's passed him. Fernando Alonso passed George Russell, dude. I feel bad about George Russell because he still deserves to be top 10. Okay, so now the question is, can Carlos Sainz pass Daniel Ricciardo? Now you have to keep in mind, Daniel Ricciardo is in a lot of pressure. He has to show that he can bring home points, as much points as possible, because Lando Norris is in 3rd place right now. I thought Norris was gonna go for 2nd place, but it seems that he will not be able to do that. Ricciardo started 13th, he's in 6th place right now. Carlos Sainz is faster than Ricciardo. Some kind of... Okay, dude. If Carlos Sainz does not pass Ricciardo, I will be surprised, because he is doing exactly what he needs to do. Carlos Sainz Carlos Sainz is positioning his vehicle in such a way that he knows exactly how to attack the corners better than Ricciardo. And you have to keep in mind that as soon as the car is too close to the car in front, the hot air from the car in front, so Ricciardo's hot air of his engine is pushing into the Ferrari, which causes the Ferrari to underperform, to give him issues. Kimi Räikkönen seems to also want to be past Carlos Sainz. Kimi Räikkönen is also going to try and pass Russell. Now, let's face it, Kimi Räikkönen can drive. He's a Ferrari world champion, so he's a world championship driver for Ferrari. So Räikkönen can. Oh, Ricciardo just passed Daniel Ricciardo. Charles. Then Sergio Perez. Carlos Sainz has passed Daniel Ricciardo. Carlos Sainz has passed Daniel Ricciardo. Sergio Perez is 3 seconds behind Hamilton. It's final lap, so it won't matter. Final lap. Carlos Sainz passed Ricciardo. That's good, man. Carlos Sainz is making sure that, and Verstappen won the Austrian Grand Prix, the Austrian Red Bull Grand Prix. Let's just be honest with ourselves. McLaren. I'm saying McLaren, but I meant Mercedes. Mercedes didn't have any performance. Had nothing to answer when compared to the. And Lando Norris is third. Man. Lando Norris third. Lando Norris would have been second. If Lando Norris never got that penalty, he would have been second. Bottas would not have passed Lando Norris, especially in the pit lane. It's just sad, man. It's so sad. Okay, so seeing how bad my streaming is, I'm rather gonna stop this the stream and try and see if I can figure out what's happening. So at least next time I can sort this out and it won't happen again. Hopefully. But you know, internet service providers, they always do whatever the hell that they want to do. So you sometimes don't have any warning. So that's me. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now. So just to confirm, just so there's no confusion. First, Max Verstappen. Second, Valtteri Bottas. Third, Lando Norris. Congratulations to Lando Norris. Fourth, Lewis Hamilton. Fifth, Carlos Sainz. Sixth, Sergio Perez. Daniel Ricciardo 7th. Charles Leclerc 8th. Pierre Gasly 9th. 10th, Fernando Alonso. 11th, George Russell. Someone crashed. I think Giovinazzi crashed into Vettel, dude. Giovinazzi crashed into Vettel. Man, that is pretty bad. So yeah, very good race. Yuki Tsunoda 12, Lance Stroll 13, Antonio Giovinazzi 14. I believe it's Antonio Giovinazzi and Vettel that crashed. So Antonio Giovinazzi will probably not be 14. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for joining this episode. See you in the next live streams. Ciao for now.